End of the week, Wall Street is looking good. However, it has not hit 18,000 yet. Time for the Money Master, the director of financial newsletters at Newsmax.com. Jeff Yastine joins us. And as I said, not 18,000 yet. Everybody calm down. We still got a little ways to go, right?
Yeah, maybe we should start printing up those the Dow 18,000 hats the way we had the Dow 10,000 hats 10, 15, 20 years ago, it seems like now. Anyway, the Dow is up about 83 points. We have the NASDAQ up 9, and the NASDAQ up, the NASDAQ up 12, and the S&P 500 up 9. A lot of this, the headline value is the People's Bank of China, rather, doing a surprise rate cut, and that's giving an excuse for the bulls to come back in and buy this market yet again.
All right, so let's get now down to some of the news. Volkswagen. My first car, by the way, back when Volkswagens, I think, were still being drawn by horse and buggies. Largest car maker in Europe. They're going to invest $106 billion in their auto operations over the next 5 years. That's got to be good news here in the States.
Certainly, it's good for getting VW into better shape and the Chrysler brand alongside of it. But at the same time, you have to wonder. I mean, that's a huge bet. $106 billion is a lot of money for any company to spend, and especially when you're talking about factories and hiring and just the degree of commitment involved with this. They have to, in some ways, do this in order to get that global footprint, in order to become a global competitor. At the same time, if the economy, the global economy, doesn't shape up according to their own forecasts, their own plans, then you would think the company might be in a fair degree of trouble, having made such a huge commitment. Nonetheless, it does show VW's view, and obviously they think better things are ahead for the global economy in the next 5-10 years.
All right, the European Central Bank all but said that the central bank is going to step up their monetary easing to keep the Eurozone from sliding into deflation. Here we go. Boy, what is going on in Europe right now, watching between deflation, inflation, the money going back and forth, is just fascinating to watch. And it just seems like it's a big spinning wheel at this point. Nobody knows where this is going to wind up.
The big problem in Europe is that despite the limited measures that the European Central Bank has done in terms of quantitative easing, it hasn't been enough to really get any sort of inflationary trend going in the economy. Wages are still stagnant and heading backward, and a lot of the local EU economies like Italy and Spain are either in recession or flirting with recession, and the ECB is sort of hamstrung because they don't have the power as a central bank the way the Federal Reserve does in this country. They can't yet go out there and just outright buy sovereign bonds. They don't have that within their capability. So really the only thing that Mario Draghi, the head of the ECB, can do right now is when things get bad enough, he comes out and makes these noises saying, we'll do whatever we have to. And that's enough to kind of wake the market up and kind of get it off the operating table for a few months. But then it seems like no matter what, they're coming back to that. So I think, you sort of mark my words, I think there's bigger, worse things ahead for the ECB and for the European Union.
Of course, what happens is there are also big things ahead if, from time to time, the technical difficulties don't get in the way. Did we get Jeff back? Nope, he's gone. Look at that. Welcome to the world of Friday, because that's everything that happens. Two other things that we wanted to point out here as far as the news is concerned. Anheuser-Busch InBev, their main company here, says they're going to cut jobs, consolidate their sales division here in the U.S. Very weak third quarter results. Those guys who try to brew that American beer here right now, this is going to cost jobs here in America. They've got about 15,000 employees here in America at the moment, but there's going to be fewer workers here for Budweiser. And also the huge story that's coming up a little bit late, thanks to Financial Times, we just wanted to mention, the European Parliament is calling for a breakup of Google. And Google will not be happy. We're going to see what that does to the stock price next week. A reminder once again, see Jeff Yastine's latest report on a covert plan to unleash financial havoc by visiting fircollapse.com. And also a note as well, make sure that you go to Newsmax.com. You want to find out everything that's happening in money 24/7. You can catch it here as well when Jeff stops in. But go to Newsmax.com, click on Money News, and that'll give you everything that's happening around the world, and we'll talk about it here every single day. Other side of the break, the great fraud that still plies his wares on MSNBC. And the worst show in cable news anywhere? We may just have a winner in this one. We'll get to that and a whole lot more. Joe Concha joins us from Mediaite when MidPoint continues on the Friday Call, where we question everything.